Hey, it's your girl Candy, and I am here with my very distinguished panelist here. We have Aries with Dial M for Movies. We got Vacay J TV. We have Lightning Up with Letitia and Monique Johnson. Monique 69 Ways Johnson, my bad. How y'all doing?
Hey, Candy.
Awesome.
All right, we are ready to discuss episode 8 of Reasonable Doubt. So Monique, what were your thoughts on this episode?
I enjoy it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a little breaking up a little bit.
Okay, here we go again with this breaking up stuff. Okay. I, I enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. If I'm breaking up, I won't say too much.
Okay. All right, Letitia.
I enjoyed this episode. I think it my emotions were kind of up and down on this one. I definitely got some thoughts about it. So it was good. I give it an 8.
Cool beans. You give it an 8. All right. Okay, and Vacay J, what are your thoughts on this and what did you rate the episode as well?
I definitely loved the episode as well. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I'm happy that my favorite couple got back together with all the craziness and they trying to work it out. So I definitely give it a 9.
All right. And Miss Aries, what are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, y'all. I really loved this episode. But I do have mixed emotions about our quote unquote favorite couple because as much as I loved and ate up what all Lewis had to say last episode, my girl Jack's looking stupid right about now. And I'm not liking that. So, that was the love hate for me on this episode. Definitely ranking it high. I'll say somewhere in that 8.5 area for sure.
Okay, cool beans. Yeah. I feel the same way. I don't like the way she accepted him back so quick and then, did the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. I didn't care for that quick. But anyway. Um So, all right, go ahead, move the next slide.
All right.
So the episode starts out with Jax, and Lewis having their conversation, ending, when he ran over there, pleading and not pleading, but letting her know how he really, really felt about her, and she did the same thing. Next thing you know, we got the horizontal poker going on, and it was a very nice session. I might say Jax had a tear, Lewis had a forehead was wrinkled up, like it was real. That was a good session, as I can say. That was a real good session. I know everybody gonna agree with me, so we ain't got to even talk about it. Um, go on to the next one. Oh, because that was good. That was good. Okay, and then we are the next morning we wake up. Jax and Lewis are talking. They have the kids. They're having a conversation. They're all smiles, happy, go lucky, and you could tell that something went down last night that was very, very good to them, and the kids could tell it as well because they all lovey dovey, touchy feely, and it was a f them kids type of situation. Might I add? So Jax gets to the office and they are going over to what they're going to do and what kind of strategy they're going to have and what moves they're going to make with this case and what they have going on today. Who are they going to call up, why they are, and why they are not going to call up that particular person. So Jay, would you talk to us about the case, well, the court case with they bring up the doctor. That was the next slide, Aries. They bring up Dr. Monica, I think her name is. I'm not sure. I forgot her name. But they bring up the expert that will, dealing with crisis and victim, like a victim advocate. It's the
Okay,
next slide, Aries.
you about the business today. I'm still in the love mode right now. So I just want to go back a little bit if I can, if
Uh-huh.
you allow me to.
Yes.
I love the fact that, you know, your favorite son, Spencer, is like, all right, are you guys like back to normal? You know, are you going to stop, you know, acting like you on the couch and you working late? You know what I mean? I love the fact that they're back together as one, as you know, as a couple, and it looks good and it feels good. And I love seeing that. You know, I love seeing that. And I love that the kids are noticing that because they need to see that black love. You know what I mean? So I love how encouraging they were towards each other as well. As far as, you know, Spencer, you know, not Spencer, but Lewis, he's about to do a presentation. She's like, oh, okay, that's great. That's great. Very encouraging to each other. She's on the case. And I did notice that she was wearing proper attire, no off the shoulder. You know, like I said that what last week, that when she's going through stuff, she'd be wearing off the shoulder stuff, but now she's looking real nice. So now let's get to the case. Yeah, they're bringing in a whole bunch of doctors. The doctor that broke down the percentages, she was very thorough. I forgot what show she's from, but it's one of our favorite shows, I'm sure. But I mean, what I remember her saying is that, you know, when a wife takes out their husband, it's a 80% chance that the wife will get convicted. And then the question was asked, you know, well, what about if the husband takes out the wife? They said it's a 40% chance of conviction. So I just noticed that percentage was very, very high, that, you know, the black woman is not protected and, you know, not treated fairly when it comes down to the DV. You know, I did notice that. So yeah, they had a whole lineup of people, and you know, Jax had an idea to bring in that doctor, and looks like it worked out.
Yes, thank you, Jay. I agree. I wasn't trying to ignore it. I was gonna let y'all go over that if y'all wanted to, but I appreciate you bringing it up, bring it to our attention. It's the next slide, Aries.
I mean, since we did go back, I just want to say that I rolled my eyes the first 5 minutes of the whole show.
Why did you roll your eyes?
Yes.
I want to know.
Because I'm just not buying it. They were just it was so fake to me. I do agree with you about Spencer. I love how he called them out and all that sort of thing, you know, but they were being fake. And I don't like that they are this quickly back together and flowery. It's just, to me, it wouldn't warrant that. But whatever, we'll see how it goes.
Can I ask you, Letitia? I mean, do you believe in unconditional love?
Stop.
Because I mean, we may have to get the doctor, you know, to come through and have a discussion, you know, with all of us about unconditional love and how, you know, they both said that they both needed each other and they were ready to reconcile. So I'm happy about that. I know it's a TV. Come on, it's a TV show. I know.
No, it's not about that. It's about, I know everybody, not everybody, some people wanted them to continue the couple. I was okay with them uncoupling. So.
Yeah, I know you said that. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you.
Thoughts, Monique?
I want them to couple. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
sounds good. And your eyebrows look good, might I add. Go ahead.
Thank you. I don't mind them staying together, but it does feel like it's quick. It seems like it's only been 48 hours since that blow up. So yeah, it was quick, but I'm just waiting, I guess, for the other shoe to drop, maybe, with this whole Tony situation. So time will tell. That's all I can say on that. And what was the other scene in the court case with the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the doctor, I was shocked to see what's her name. We know her from shows and movies, so Essence Atkins. Yes, it was good to see her face, and I like how they was questioning her and how she was being honest about domestic DV situations and how things tend to go, and the telltale signs of situations. It was just, I was enjoying it. I was into it. So yeah, so hopefully this helps Chanel.
Yeah, it was very good. I do like the way she was very thorough with her, the way she pointed everything out. She was very articulate, and the jury was like, huh, that was looking like, okay, that's how that really works. The man is like, he's not, he doesn't come off aggressive in the beginning because he has to plan. He has to, be very nice, love bomb and things like that. So I did appreciate the way she broke it down. She broke that thing down, and it was like, okay, people do this in real life. Like, I've seen it. I've seen it done, but it wasn't abuse, but it was, well, I'm not going to say abuse. It wasn't DV, but it was other types of abuse that came along after that. Once we realized it is an abuse. But yeah, I did like that. Let's highlight the people that are in. She's always late. Thank you for coming through. We got DeMarcus Vaughn. Thank you. We got she's always late, giving it an 8. Yes. Stephen Harris, thank you for coming through. Thank you. Nola Summer Rain, I like that name. Hey, thank you for coming through. And Jay said he's a hopeless romantic. He wants to keep them together. All right. Okay. All righty. So we have Jackson Lewis. They are at their therapy session. And Letitia, would you discuss this therapy session and Terrence and Jax, because that came together, that went together to me.
Yes, ma'am. So here they come into their therapy session, all flowery and ish, and the therapist was like, "Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm really glad that you've decided to stay in the couple, But he was like, "But for real though, what y'all gonna do about this baby? For real though, what's next?" So Lewis reveals that basically that his brother was going to be there, whatever he said, but he made a comment that, "Oh, that'll be interesting," and Jackson's like, "Well, why would that be interesting?" "Oh, you told him?" Of course he told his brother, because his brother's going to be his soundboard, just like her friends are her soundboard. So Lewis then goes to ask the therapist, "Hey, okay, we want to get to the next step, but we really don't know how to do this." So my assumption is that a therapist told them to basically they need to go to Tony. And so that's what the next scene was that they showed up at Tony's house to talk about, making it work. I don't know if we're going into Tony's section or that's somebody else's section, but I can pick up with Terrence. So
it's with Terrence and yeah, because in the picture that's on the short picture, when they brought up that he told Jax that he told Terrence everything, that's when they separated. Like, they kind of like they body changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because almost as if Jax had kind of an issue with him telling Terrence. I don't have a problem with him telling Terrence, but when we get to Terrence, which by the way, he shows up kind of, I don't know if I want to say unannounced because he technically didn't know, but she comes home from work to Naima and Terrence laughing and joking on the couch. She didn't realize that Terrence was going to pick up Naima. But once Naima goes off to go do her homework or whatever, Terrence is sitting there and he says, "Well," she said, "Oh, I'm sure you're on his side." Terrence was like, "Child, he almost blew up his whole life over a side chick. I'm not on his side, but I'm also not on your side." And he started spitting facts about the fact that, hey, how you going to feel about the fact that now he has to set aside more money for another college fund? Your dynamics are going to change in your relationship because you got this additional baby or whatever. But are you going to be all in? And while I can appreciate that he was spitting facts, those things are true. Those would be the same questions I would have for her. I didn't appreciate his tone, and I did not appreciate the fact that he was doing too much. Like, sir, it's one thing if you were saying these things to Lewis, but you passed the boundaries all up in their marriage and carrying on. It's the same thing I said about Sally, out of pocket, talking to Lewis all crazy. I don't like stuff like that. But then I guess the one-liner for him was, "You keep calling it a side baby when it was a break baby." A break that you both enjoyed. To me, boy, whatever, semantics. Okay. They're still married. It's going to be an uproar in their relationship. And they started to argue, but then Spencer and Lewis walked in. So they weren't able to continue that conversation. But what say you?
I like that, Letitia. I said,
Yeah.
okay, for me, with the Jax and Lewis thing, it's like if she don't, what I gathered from the conversation that she had with Terrence, I was feeling him to a degree, but it just came down to either get out now while you got a chance, because if you don't, it's gonna fall back on you. If you accept the break, baby, be that as it may, then okay, cool. But if you decide like 2 months from now or once the baby's born and we got to look at it looking like Lewis and Tony, then like maybe I'm not feeling this. And then when that time comes, it's gonna be like, well, Jax, that's very selfish. It's gonna be on the wrong person. So I personally, I'm not buying that y'all just good. It's like a real struggle at this point. They all up in there, hand in hand. Like, you don't want to hold this fool hand after this. Not this soon. Not this soon. Maybe when the baby's like 5 years old. So that we are back in this motion. But for the most part, you got me looking stupid out here at all the family functions. Everybody's looking at Lewis like, you got a good woman by your side. Everybody looking at Jax like, girl, you better than me. What they gonna say? They gonna be like, couldn't be me. You better than me, girl. Not on duty. They gonna be saying all of that. But it's just not. I don't know. What are you showing Naima? This is unconditional love. Sit there and look stupid. Even if it is your daddy. No, stand up. Not to have a stand up Jax moment, but seriously, I thought about Naima out of all of them. What are we showing this young girl? And what are we showing Spence too? That you can basically have your way, and as long as you come with a solid apology, that you can weasel your way back in and get back good, because your mom don't want to make the family look bad. She don't want to be the one that, because Lewis did what he did, but it's up on Jax to accept it or not. And I just feel like that's a lot of weight already on my sis shoulders. But it's her call to make. Like, damn, and it's a hell of a call. It's not just like I wrecked the car and dang, you got full coverage or just limited liability. If you don't, like, that's
Jay.
terrible.
Okay. Okay.
Jay, get your
Okay.
name.
Go, Jay.
All right. All right. Look, I could understand all of your perspectives, right? I could definitely understand it, right? Like, we need to be an example to the kids, right? The brother comes up in there, he was coming off a little bit crazy, but you got to understand he's being very protective and he knows how Jax is. That's why he's saying what he's saying. That, hey, when things get rough, are you going to run? I'm by his side. Okay, right now you are, but when things get rough, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Aries. Yeah, she looking kind of crazy, but also, what are we showing the children, right? Are we showing the children, okay, yeah, this is what you got to do, and then she looking stupid? Or are we showing the children, hey, when times get rough and you're in a marriage, are you going to run away from the challenge, or are you going to step up to the challenge? This is a challenge, unexpected, that both of them are trying to work out. It's not going to be easy. Everybody ain't going to look good. It ain't going to be perfect. But Jax is trying. As we see throughout the rest of the episode, she's like, dude, this is crazy, but I'm still trying. I'm trying to be here for you. I'm trying to be here with this challenge. So it's a challenge for everybody. I think everybody just has to, try their best to work with each other. It's not going to be easy though. It's never going to be easy. With a situation like this, it's never going to be easy. And when Honey goes crazy, oh, it's going to be way harder than ever. It's going to be ridiculous. So, we just going to have to rise to the occasion and do our best. We're going to have to save face the best way we can, but it's an ill situation. Everybody going to look bad either way.
I think it's perfectly okay to also teach your children that you can cut your losses and that you can also be happy by saying, I decide to walk away and uncouple. It's
That's
also
another
about
option. It's another option. I get it.
Yeah, that's I like those points, but gracious. Aries went ham. She said, "What y'all gonna do at the cookout at the family reunion?"
She did.
You already know that's how it goes. Like, oh, here they go, child. And who they got little Honey with him? Look, little Honey came in with him. Jose.
Jose, that's his name. You naming
That's
the
a
baby.
little boy name. Jose.
You naming the boy. That's funny.
Okay,
Honey,
now what side we up to? Are we up to this one yet, guys?
We there ready?
no, we had the one when they at the table. That's your section. The one with Tony and Jax.
Okay, and
I mean Tony and
yeah,
that
when
one
they
and the
became
So
officially
that's
sister
yours.
wives. It was just like, so Tony, what was the whole, oh, hi. And then when you seen Jax hit the corner, oh, hi. Like, girl,
Right.
what do you think was about to go down? You still got this, like, this little fake idea was really about to be the outcome. That's who also need to join them in couples therapy, in my opinion. We need a session with Honey included, because what's your interpretation? Like, do you think you still have a chance with Lewis? Did you ever think you had one? Because I really feel like she was out there spreading it low and busting it wide, but also trying to take somebody, man, if it happened, like as a byproduct. She would have accepted it if Lewis would have been like, oh, you know what? I'm cool on Jax. Let me just explore what me and you got going. She wouldn't have been standing on no type of business. She would have been out here trying to be whatever was cracking off with Lewis. And tell me if I'm lying or not, y'all.
Aries cooking today. Jesus.
I swear.
Oh my gosh.
She had a V8 today.
He came back with the vengeance. He's like, well, I
Right.
wasn't
I
here
was
last
gonna
week.
make up from last time.
Yeah, right?
Okay, come on.
Yeah,
For
I agree
real.
with Aries. Like her tone did shift when Jack came around that corner.
The tone shifted. I was like, wait a minute. So what do you even think is happening here? I just don't understand Tony, because if she just wanted to take the baby and run, like, why not just tell Lewis that it's JT baby for sure? That's the story to run with. That's what the people are already thinking, you know? Like, yeah, you got JT side baby. And who gonna check me, boo? Because he's Audi 5000. I mean, I guess they could bring the kids into play for DNA testing, but for the most part, hey, you got our word, you know, until further notice. And damn sure don't bring up somebody else that is still walking around breathing. Because if you just wanted a baby to have a baby, why get Lewis involved? Why?
Because she wants what Jax has. That's
exactly
what it is.
That's
She's the
why I
side
feel
chick. She's
like
always been the side chick. And you know that's the usual case. Like, if we're gonna talk about real life, there's some side chicks that see, oh, that's my friend. Yeah, she married, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she wants that married life. She wants somebody to love her and to love and to have a family and raise these kids. But she's a side chick, so that's why she acting like that.
That's what I'm saying. She knew she was out to get whatever came with hooking up with these dudes.
And then the thing with me was how her face changed when she saw Jax. Like, why you got to be sour now? Like, I don't know if I would want to see Lewis. I don't think I would like him right now. You know what I'm saying?
But I like how Jax just stated the fact, like, yeah, you're not gonna be alone because you got 2 baby daddies now. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was about to say that. She said,
baby daddy. I was like, ooh.
But Jax
like, I'm not trying to be shady.
Jax was being shady, and I'm just like, girl, you decided to stay couple, baby, so you can't be in here. This is your baby's mama, so please don't do that.
I think Jax can handle it though. Like, she's that tough, yo. I mean, this is a challenge. she may get a little emotional or whatever, but I think Jax can handle this. I think she can pull through this. I think she's
I
that
don't
strong.
want her to have, but I don't want her to have to be strong.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
like that. I don't like that.
I
Can y'all
wonder
hear me
if
good?
Lewis
See,
could
yeah.
handle it. Could
Yes,
Lewis handle
maybe.
it if the shoe was on the other foot?
I don't think
Ooh,
so.
No,
I don't think so.
I
And I
already
usually
said that in
take
my
up for-
head, like, nah.
I usually take up for Lewis, but I don't think without the therapist or his brother, I don't think he could do it.
Oh,
Shout out to
no.
Trudy. That's
Lewis
my
will
new
have a
member,
mental
Trudy from
breakdown.
Iraq. Yeah. Shout out to Trudy.
For sure.
Shout out to Trudy. You ain't gonna get shouted.
Trudy.
Trudy no horns.
Oh, I did that last night when she did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Well,
pops
how I
up
saw
on
that
the
just
next
now
one
then.
because it pops up on the next one.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Shout out to Trudy, Iraq. She's in Iraq. We international now, baby.
Hey,
Is she military or she
Probably, yeah, most likely, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for your services, Trudy.
yes, Trudy.
Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Hey, Chef G.
so yes, thank you. Hey, HFG.
Hey.
Hey, Shayna. Thank you for coming through.
What's up?
Nola Summer saying, wait till they tell the kids they're going to trip out. Oh yeah, they're gonna flip. They're gonna flip. They're gonna
That's
do.
what you wanted. That's what you wanted, Candy. That's what you wanted.
I can't wait
Yes,
to see that.
I cannot wait. So now we have somebody tell me why Lewis was going to pick her up to take her to the doctor. He thought he was going to take her to the doctor. Yeah. Okay. So Lewis think he's going to take her to the doctor. He gets there and realizes that she's going to have a home birth. And of course, he's not cool with that. And he's stating the reasons why he's not cool with it. And then Tony and her, I think she's a doula, is stating, why they should, because of the high rates of African American women not surviving natural birth, and which is true. Like, I've seen cases of women leaving here. One just left here last year sometime in my hometown. Like, she was not even 35 yet and passed away, childbirth. So her father is raising the child. Yeah. Yes, it's sad. So yes, that is really, it's a real thing. They don't treat us the same. They don't give us what we need. We tell them we got pains. They tell you no, you don't, because why? We're strong. Stop. But yeah, anybody any thoughts on JT taking her to the doctor, having to take her to the doctor, and
Lewis,
then
not JT.
I'm sorry, because JT is dead to the bed.
Dead. He dead. He came back to life. I ain't see that episode.
Right. That's right.
Plot twist. Right. Hey, what Jay say? Rewrite the script.
Yeah, rewrite the script. I'll jump in here real quick.
Yes,
I didn't really like how she kind of like flipped it on him like this. Yeah, I understand, the whole purpose of it and keeping her safe, keeping the baby safe. I got all of that good stuff. But again, this is the start of a freaking runaway train is going to crash eventually, because it's like, either you going to do what I say or not. I'm like, she giving them ultimatums, and I'm like, this is not the start of something good. Like, you could have informed him. You didn't have to spring this on him. You know what I mean? Like, he came to pick you up. You could have said, hey, listen, come over here. I want you to, discuss this with you. No, it was just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I've decided to do, and take it or leave it. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not a good way to communicate when we're supposed to do it together. We're supposed to bring this child in the world together. You know what I mean? I understand, you the mom, but let's work together.
But she's also going to be the custodial parent. So my thing is, he's coming in kind of on the tail end of getting close to the birth. She may have already made these arrangements. I do feel like she could have been more forthcoming. She could have said at the very beginning, hey, I have a doula or whatever. But I don't think that he should come in and try to disrupt that, because she is looking out for her best interest for the health of her own self and for her baby.
Well, I'm not saying that he disrupted it. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not saying that he disrupted it. I'm saying that he came there with no idea. Like, remember they was all at the table with Jackson and all that? Like, that could have been discussed right there, and then he wouldn't have had to been surprised, and it wouldn't have been awkward for both of them. Where she's now like, I'm saying, I'm not saying that it shouldn't have been done like that. I'm not saying that he should have interrupted. I'm just saying, like, let's communicate. Let's talk prior to, so it won't be this energy, you know.
I agree with that, but that's
Yeah.
not what he expressed. He said, "Don't you think that you need to be at a hospital?" And it's like, no, she doesn't think she needs to be at a hospital. So he didn't push very far. So part of me is kind of glad that Jax wasn't there because it makes me wonder what the conversation would have been like if Jax was there. She's a bit more
Assertive.
assertive when it comes to
Forceful.
this. So I just want people to be respectful of stuff, especially when it comes to Black women and that mortality rate.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with that. I'm with that. It's just
Yeah.
I'm all about communication too. Like let's work together. If this is the case, give me a heads up. Like we didn't have to have this discussion in front of the doula. You know what I'm saying? We could have had this discussion prior to if you had previous arrangements. Let's do it so I can have an understanding and I won't be like, don't you think you should do that? And don't you think you should do this? You know what I'm saying? Like let's work
Maybe
together.
he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know what
Yeah,
the
he's not
mortality rate
familiar.
is. So I can see it both ways. You know,
Yeah.
two things can be true at once. Thoughts on Jax pulling up on Tony at school and letting her know I will put my foot up your if you play with me and my family. That's what she said. Anybody got thoughts?
I didn't like it. I felt like she was out of pocket. I don't feel like she went based on this is after Jax. I mean not Jax. This is after Lewis was drunk as all get out. And was like, oh, she's saying, aren't you trying to keep the baby from me? He was not coherent. So, but she took what he said as a drunkard and went and confronted this woman. And I'm like, girl, what? And it was inappropriate in the schoolyard like that. Your kids walking up, y'all arguing outside. And I feel like, again, this is where we're getting started. I don't care for Tony's attitude, but I still feel like we want to respect her as the mother, and Jax is going to have to fall back in some of the conversations because this is not her baby. This is Lewis's baby. And so while she's there supposed to be for the support in the village, rolling up on her like that with that with that commentary, I felt like this is so out of pocket, and she did not have to do that.
I feel you, Letitia. I feel like Jax, this is your bed. Now just lay in it and come with whatever you accepted with accepting Lewis back unconditionally and all of the above. You don't know what plots and, twists and turns this is going to take. But if you down for your guy just like that, you just going to have to sit back and ride it out. You don't get to check Tony at the schoolhouse. That was very ghetto. I was like, dang, what in the hood? Yeah, just roll it up.
She threatened to take, like, he wouldn't be able to see his kid. So I get why
where
y'all
Jack's
saying she
coming
should
from,
not.
but it's like, girl, this just ain't your call to make now. It's Lewis. He gotta pull up his pants and stop letting Jax put out all the fires. Like Jax is damn
he ain't gonna do
911.
it.
Jax is the fixer.
Exactly.
Yeah, Olivia Pope in these things,
Okay,
Yeah.
so did here's the question: did Lewis know that Jax was going to do this? No,
Yes.
no. He came in
Yes,
there
he know
drunk
his
as
wife
hell.
by now.
Hold up. He came in there drunk as hell.
Get him,
I'm
Mo.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Get him, Mo.
And
Nah,
this is what
man.
happened. And
Nah.
this is what happened. And she said, if we don't go with this doula
Nah.
thing, come on. Did we watch the same show?
Yeah,
Like,
we watched the
he was
same
drunk,
show, but he knows
but he
his
didn't
wife.
tell her to go do that, and he didn't
Right.
know
He
that
didn't
she was
have
going to do it.
He knows she was going to do it anyway.
No, he didn't.
He should
No,
never share.
That's an assumption. I
Never
object.
share.
I object. He didn't know she was going to do that. He didn't give her the cosign and the green light to do that. So come on, you talking about he need to step up as a man. He didn't even know she was going to do that. Come on, man.
Yo,
Just
the
like
baby
he didn't know his brother wasn't going to say anything either. He didn't know his brother was going to run his mouth either. So it's on Lewis. Lewis need to let people know, hey, I got this. I'm gonna handle this. He need to stand up. He need to stand up and say what he need to say. He should have told his brother, hey, don't you say shit to my wife because I got this. Should have told Jax, I got this. Or either don't tell her that part. Like, he need to stand up. Say it again, Avery.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up,
Child,
Louis.
he know
That's
his
what's coming
wife. He know
down
what he was
to.
doing.
I did love seeing Jax get a hold of Tony up there at the park, but I just was like, Jax, no. Like, girl, you can't react like this. As much as I love to see it, like, this is what you accept. This is what comes with accepting the break baby, as Terrence wanna so lovingly refer to it as. Lil Jose.
Not little Jose.
Jose? Oh,
Little
Lord.
Jose.
Jesus
Mess
Christ.
around. That's gonna be his name when
Right.
That's
Jay.
Jay. Yeah.
So what do you think of her walk off? Jackson's walk off.
Walk off from this discussion when she threatened him.
Yes. Yeah.
I
The kids
mean,
came out
look,
at that point.
look, like she lucky. I'm gonna say Honey is lucky the kids came, okay, because it was about to go crazy. And while I know y'all like, yeah, she shouldn't have said nothing. I hear you. I hear both sides of it all. But she again being protective, just like the brother being protective. So the brother's being protective of Lewis. Jack's being protective of Lewis as well. I mean, again, like my point, again, whether y'all agree or not, that's okay. Lewis did not know she was going to do this. He didn't send her to do it. I'm gonna stand on that.
Jay, I was talking about Jax walking off in that dress.
Oh, of course, man. Of course, she looking good. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you asking me. Yeah, she always looking good. Shoot, I wanted more of that first scene when they was getting busy. That's what I wanted, but you ain't asked me that.
I know we all agreed that it was a nice scene.
Yeah, it was nice to see her walk away. I get that.
I ain't gonna ask you, Mo.
I ain't mad at it.
So, Mo, do you think what you think going on with Tony in the bottom right corner?
I don't know if she gonna make it, y'all, to full term. I don't know if it's the stress. I don't know if, like, the stress coming over her body. I don't know if she's gonna make it to full term. I don't know. Is it Braxton Hicks? Because it was like she kind of really bent over, like it really hurts. Like something's really going on beyond Braxton Hicks.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know if she's gonna make it to full term. I'm scared for her. I don't know if the baby gonna make it. I don't know if little Jose gonna make it.
Oh, not you, Jose.
She got me saying this. So
Jose might not make it.
Lewis gonna dodge a bullet.
But then what's the name?
Right.
Danger.
But he wants to. That's what he said when he was drunk.
There you go, Tisha. Thank you. I was getting ready to
really
say.
didn't want
He
it.
did
Yeah.
say he was.
Yeah, he said, man, I don't want to really have this baby. You right, Letitia. Yo.
Like, wow, Lewis, for you to even say that, like, man,
Look, a drunk man
why
speak a
you-
sober mind.
That's true. That's true.
I just hate that he done got his stupid self into this mess because he don't even want this child. And Tony, you really just want you just want another baby, I guess. Because what? Your child is in high school and you about to have another one? For what, lady? You must just want a baby. You did not have to bring Lewis into this mess. That's all it comes back to for me. Like, not trying to take no accountability from Lewis. I'm just gonna say he's one of them dumb fools, like a lovable fool, okay? But Tony, you could have avoided all this. You didn't have to tell nothing. He's just being truthful. EJ said Tony can take a tumble. I feel that. That's what I mean. Tony, get up there and change the light switch. Change the battery in the smoke detector. Okay.
No.
Tony, take a tumble.
Don't do
Our
that.
car or something.
Y'all crazy. Don't do that.
Get T-bone. You know.
No, don't do
And
that.
then that
Y'all
would definitely just bring Jax and Lewis back together. That'd be that real. That would be a real situation. Now y'all can bask in y'all togetherness.
So if they
Now
lost
that
the
you
baby,
dodged the bullet.
if they lost the baby, you think that's gonna make them stronger? That's gonna bring
I
them
think
closer
it
together.
would. I think it would.
Yeah.
I think in their minds, that's what they need. They need
In
that-
their minds,
they
I
need
think they
trauma to
both don't
bond.
want the baby. In their
They
minds, I
need
think they
trauma to
both don't
bond.
want that baby at all. They just
No,
want this to be
they
like the guy.
definitely don't.
They
Yeah.
just coping. They just doing what they got to do right now.
Yeah, they
Basically.
stepping up to the challenge, right? You know.
Ooh, that's a good way to
Challenge.
put it.
I'm not that. I'm not her. I can't
feel
do it.
I feel you.
I saw EJ said in there that she would stand up for her if her husband didn't say anything. She would stand up for her husband. But for me, I'm like, I wouldn't have to stand up for my husband because I already walked away. Because I don't deserve
Tisha be out, man. Letitia got her track shoes on. She's ready to go.
Yeah, she
At
be
any
ready to
given
go.
moment, she out.
like I'll bring you
Those-
the gift. But that's
those-
it.
She's like,
She's a
"Pew."
runner. She's a track star. Come on,
Oh,
Letitia.
for real.
And right, me too, EJ. Tony decided to get pregnant by her. She decided to get pregnant by her friend's husband, and I hate that he believed her or listened to her when she said she could not get pregnant. Sir, what does that mean? What does that mean?
What they got to do with you, Lewis? What they got to do with you?
Yes, that
She
was a
say she
stupid
can't get
mistake.
pregnant. What that got to do with you? You ain't never been taught.
Right,
Boy,
you
who
saw
taught
her-
you?
Yes.
You saw her hunching 3 and 4 people at one time. She could have the oochie coochie, you know?
Right, she could have
Girl.
He could have caught an
Mm-mm.
STD.
She
He
could have
could have
something
gave it
that's
to
permanent.
Jax. Yeah.
Right.
He could have did
Yeah.
all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you were, yeah.
I can't take up for him on this one. On that one now.
Semantic.
Baby Letitia.
Great baby, side baby. It's all the same. It's an outside baby, and he's not mine. So
Letitia don't play, man. She do not play.
Woman don't play that.
The lady looking
I
crazy.
hate Tisha.
Is that the last one? Aries?
Yeah, that was it. And then we get into Lucy.
There's got to be
That's
more
the
than that.
last
No, it ain't the last. It's just the
Oh, I
last
was going to
one
say, hold a minute now. Okay. All right. So we have Typeface Blanca, not Typeface Blanca.
Ooh.
Same power. Here you go. You going back to power again.
Lucy.
We got Typeface Lucy, Monique. What are your thoughts on her and I don't know who this lady is that she's keep
I
meeting
think
up
it's
with.
like a colleague of hers.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's a colleague of hers. She was just saying like her ex-husband, he's out of prison and he's taking her to court. He served her papers last time, and she was just discussing how I think her son's name is John, and how she used to show videos and pictures of his dad, saying doing these things and saying make him be a misunderstood good guy. And she's regretting it. It's her monster. It's her monster, but it's like a superhero in her son's eyes. I was like, ooh, yeah, that was a big mistake. He said he had like gun possession and DUIs and stuff like that. No DV though, right? And but all in all, he's her monster because I guess he put her through the ringer with the DUIs and gun possession and all this stuff, and she's in the law field, you know what I mean? And yeah, she's definitely have regret of painting her ex-husband in a good light to her son. And her friend told her like, is she worried about custody and stuff like that? And her friend said, as long as you got a reliable job, as long as you stay like DA, you should be fine. It has showed stability to the judge and stuff, stuff like that. So yeah, that's that.
All right. Anybody got thoughts on the DA and her husband? And I do one thing. I do like the way she put it. My monster is his superhero. That says a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ouch.
Oh,
Right.
Anybody have thoughts on the DA and her husband, or what you think could be going on? She said no DV, but still, she might not have called out on the DV. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may not be physical, but it could be like he might be an emotional, like I don't know, ABUSer, but and that could be like just as traumatizing. I don't know. Like shout out to her for really holding up the cape and keeping the image of the child's father so pristine in this one. I don't know whose benefit to, because the son needs to know the real, because he could end up being emotionally abused and hurt the same way that she has. So I don't know. That's something that they probably need to. I can't believe somebody like Lucy would miss that and just kind of like sugarcoat anything, but that's how it be. You tough as steel at work, and then you a dang on gummy bear at home in real life. A softie.
Right. Yeah. I want to see more of what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they break up? What you're saying, Aries, is probably true. He's probably, like psychologically, verbally abusive to her.
Especially if he's
And that's why they
drunk.
broke up, right? And then, there's a lot of moms out there that just don't want to talk bad about their child's father because they don't want to cast that, cloud over the kid's head. You know what I mean? Because there might have been some good times that she had with him. It just went bad, So now it's coming back
She
to
doesn't
bite
want
her.
to taint their relationship.
Yeah. She wants. Yeah, go ahead,
her relationship with him gonna be different from his relationship with his own father.
Right.
So
Right. That's
you
what
don't wanna
happens with
taint
I'm a child of a separated then divorced family. And while my mom had her feelings about my dad, she still wouldn't talk bad about him. You know what I'm saying? Even if they did argue and have fights, verbal fights, never physical, but just verbal back and forth. She never wanted to put a cloud over my dad's head. And I had, I still have a great relationship with my mom. My father passed, but I had a great relationship over time, when I got out of the teenage years, because I was all on my mom's side because I was living with my mom. Like, yeah, you did this to my mom. And then after a while, I started to understand that they just both didn't get along. They made me, and then it was like, okay, but they really wasn't compatible. My mom loved Barbara Streisand and my father loved Superfly. You know what I'm saying? It was just two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? But they made me, so I can understand this situation right here. So I want to just see just more information on what happened.
She acts like she's afraid of him. So it has to have been more than what we are hearing, because she's scared of this man. So is he the one that was in prison?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
But why was he in prison? That's the question.
Yeah, that was say it can't be no DUI.
Yeah.
Gun possession.
Going to prison for that. You got to be
And maybe
he's
go ahead.
If he's her monster and you're not, but you're painting him as a superhero.
But it goes back to what the doctor was saying. Remember how some of the victims feel sorry for the abusers. You know what I'm saying? So it may have been it may have been a DV, and then he went to jail for it, and then she felt bad about it. And that's why she's talking positive to her son about him, because she felt bad because she's the one that put him in prison, which was only right to do. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's going to DV you,
Yeah.
So she feels bad about the whole situation. Now he's back. She's scared. Like, what is he going to do to me? But he's really like, yo, I want to come back together. I want us to be a family. But she don't believe him. She's scared. She's terrified.
Her colleague said that she didn't report it as DV. She reported
She didn't report it as DV.
And also, I think because of who she is career-wise, maybe she was embarrassed.
I agree.
Have to say that. So so then she's in a conundrum now, where now she is afraid he is back, because it was a reason why she kept calling to ask, make sure that he was still locked up.
Yeah.
So,
it's deep. This is deep.
Yeah, that's heavy. And then I think maybe Inga or somebody said, we wonder if Jax is going to have to take on her case if something happens, and there will be like season 3. So you never know.
We saw them getting tight.
It's building up to that. Yeah,
because this episode 8, so it could be.
We saw how they came together, so that's definitely a foreshadowing of something as far as a relationship.
If Lucy unalived that man at the end.
Say it again.
Something went down, and she had to unalive this man, her monster.
Ooh, yeah, Mo.
I think
that's the prediction, huh? Okay.
She gonna have to.
Wow.
You didn't get no orange, Jay?
Huh?
Man, Jay acting right tonight, ain't it, Monique?
I even know what you said. I'm lost.
We need horns.
Oh, you need horns. Oh, my bad.
Sound effects.
Brr, 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 brr.
I can't do it, you. Okay, let's move on.
All right,
from
Claudia.
those two.
Mm-mm. Oh Lord, man, this little fast tail girl, this little applehead girl over here. Now, who's gonna look out for Spence while he's looking out for Naima? Who's gonna look out for old Spence? Because he get over here with these little pill heads and lose his mind.
Well, he didn't lose his mind. He said, "I only do vape."
Okay, you're right, Mo. But I just
I'm
was
glad
like,
he didn't partake. Like he like, I don't do
he
that.
did. He
He
made
said, "I
good
just do vape."
choices. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, vaping what? Is that a
Right,
weed
that's what I'm about
vape
to say.
or nicotine vape? What is this?
Right. It could be marijuana, right? Yep.
Mhm.
But shout out to Spence with the James Brown split, okay, and the little, you know,
His
Chris
dance
Brown
moves.
dance. You know what I'm saying?
Bum, 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 bum.
You know, but I did like the fact that he was really holding back. He ain't just jumping when the father left. They was like, "Yeah, let's go." And they
Yeah, he
started
was
pulling out all this
like,
stuff, and he was like, "What the hell?" Like
right.
he was thrown off by the whole thing, you know. So, and then Shorty gave him a kiss, and he was like, "See, he's innocent. The boy is still innocent. Come on."
And shout out to him for resisting because his parents were showing no help. I was looking at Lewis and Jax like, you don't know these people. Why you let him go over there? You ain't checked out who his people are. Nothing. This
Yeah.
girl, I don't get it. And here they are, and here go the daddy. Oh, I gotta go something for work. He gone, left all these kids in his house. They irresponsible.
We
Yeah,
don't do that.
yeah, I'm definitely questioning this girl because even though she said she don't partake what they do, but you still have them around.
And she said,
No,
"Let me go
I
get
don't
my
believe it.
That's what I'm saying.
Aisha takes it too. She does everything they was doing. She trying to look like a saint in front of Lil Spencer. Because he not doing it. So what you look like? Popping left and right. You pulling out, they pulling out everything. Now you gonna just dumb it down to, oh yeah, that's all I do too. Yeah, right. Keep your
Yeah,
good
they
eye
did it
on her.
fast. Like they couldn't wait. I was like,
Right.
damn.
They had their hand on the zipper. It seemed like somebody did a fake phone call to that man's job and made him leave. So as soon as he walked out the door, the book bags was unzipped. I
That
said,
sounded like
"Great,
something
yay!"
Candy did. You did that. Exactly.
Go on to the next thing, Claudia.
Telling on yourself.
Okay.
I was a baby by 11 years. It's a whole lot of going on.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. With this was just a court that one of the scenes where they were doing like the signatures and how these dummies got caught. Got caught eventually because the handwriting didn't match.
Right.
And it was just them talking about the handwriting and the financial part and how it would be on Chanel if she had got caught.
Yeah,
anybody want to talk about that? If not, we can move on.
No, not really. It was just I just thought it was jacked up that JT would do that to Chanel and
put it all on her.
That's really telling. It's the abuse is telling, but you doing that too to the mother of your child. I cannot. But okay.
Yeah. That was raw there. Hey, Inga. Monique, you want to discuss these children? The little girl at the dinner table. I mean, what else playing Uno? You want to discuss the scene, please, ma'am?
No, not really. But what's her name? Naima. She don't like grandma boyfriend. I forgot his name that quick, but she don't like his boyfriend, and I'm glad that her boyfriend pick up on the energy because he dismissed himself to go get something to drink or something. So they can talk for real, and she expressed how she don't care for him and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, Lewis, when he said what he said about the family, you have to love them. It kind of made me feel like that was self-serving for him, not necessarily for Naima.
Right.
That was for him. you know, but
He gonna have to give the same speech in another
I
week.
would say, right.
But did you see Jack's face? Because she picked up on it too.
oh
She's
yeah,
like,
she knew what she knew what he was
she's
doing.
like, and I also felt like, Jax was like, okay, here we go being a hero again. You know what I'm saying? Because they had that discussion with Spencer, right? Just doing stuff and not communicating with her. It's like he kind of took over. I mean, he said some nice things, but yeah, this was definitely a foreshadowing to, as you said, what's going to happen in a couple weeks or maybe next episode. But yeah. I mean, I can understand where she coming from. She young too, It's like, yo, I only got one grandpa, and she miss her grandpa. You know what I mean? So it's coming from a kid perspective. But yeah,
That dude he did seem a little off. I don't know what it was. Something about him was off to me. I'm not. I don't know if we can really go by. Normally, I would say you should watch how kids' reactions are, pets' reactions are to people and stuff like that.
that's right.
But Naima didn't pick up on anything with Grandpa Paul. But then again, maybe by then he wasn't doing that anymore. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He was doing it to her mama.
Yeah.
But maybe she does feel something off with this man, because I thought although he dismissed himself, I thought it was weird that when she said something that all of a sudden he was like, okay, let me get up out of here. I don't know.
I thought it was just a clue. Like, okay, he feels like there's some stress going on. Let me excuse myself so y'all can work this out. That's what I saw.
I hope that's all it is.
Yeah.
I hope it's too, but that's
The
why
mama don't have the best judgment for her.
Right. That's why she called Jax. Like, I care. Come over. I want you to meet him. And she said that in the beginning too. She said you don't have the best judgment. So I remember that. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we don't know nothing about this guy yet, so we're gonna have to play it out. I'm not gonna say that he down with Witty. Okay, we don't want to throw that in there. Like he's down with Witty in the cruise. Like, oh God, and then baby girl picked up on it. No, we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want grandma to have a little boyfriend. Again, hopeless romantic. That's me.
Let Lou have her boyfriend.
Right.
I just want to be legit. That's all.
Right, I need him to be 1 thou wow. I ain't got time for that fugazi.
You know how they write this stuff, man. It's always a twist, right?
It's always gonna be a twist. All right, Claudia. Jay, what are your thoughts on these two? and the little turned up face lady.
I thought it was the unlikely matchup discussion, but I think that, again, this is a foreshadowing to everything we've been saying, that eventually Jax is going to, she's picking up on stuff. She saw them in the parking lot. She's seeing these little clues. So them connecting on this level, I think that, Jax is eventually going to represent her. But the cigarette move with the Easy-E, I thought that was dope. I thought it was gangster. It was like, oh, the cookies vegan, and they're like, vegan, get out of here, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We smoke. That's right. We smoking a cigarette. What you looking at? I thought it was gangster. I thought it was dope.
And then the way Tight Face was blowing the smoke, I said,
yeah, she was like, and Josh was looking at like, what you looking at? You little vegan lady, get up out of here.
Damn,
this is a cigarette.
I guess you all are busy. Girl, shut up with your. Never mind. Go ahead, Claudia.
Right.
Okay, so we're down to the last of the episode. We have the restraining order lady, and she's telling them that she realized that she remembered Jax because she, was crying. She was sad and she left. She was too scared to do the restraining order because of the ramifications of a restraining order. Like, she remembered the ones that leave, but which is very. I wouldn't think I would remember the ones that leave, but I guess if you've done it as long as she has, 12 years, you would remember the ones that leave because they are too scared to do it. And I appreciated her, going up on the stand, because I think that did help out the case, help out Chanel.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the lady describing the, the restraining order situation?
No.
I'm just glad
Okay.
they had it pushed for her to still do the interview. I mean, for them to still put her on the stand because Corey didn't want to put her up there because she had done that, that interview with some tabloid, I think it was. So it ended up going well for them.
Yeah, it did. It did. So we got what's his name? Dan the man. He finds my namesake, Candy. That's where my name comes from. I love this lady. Candy Burris Tucker. So he finds her, and she was JT's ex-girlfriend. She is the oldest child's mother. The look on her face when he asked if she would help them out was like, I've already helped them out when I hit him in the back of the head. That's what I got out of it. I think she was probably there when it happened. What y'all think?
Ooh, something.
I don't. Did we get to Sally, or is her the last? Is she the last?
She's probably the last one. She's the last one.
Okay.
Mhm.
I gotta have a theory.
Okay. Anybody thoughts on Dan finding the wife? I mean, the first wife, baby mama.
I was wondering what Candy part was gonna come in because people were like Candy gonna be in this season. I'm like, okay, it's like at the end, where is she gonna come in at? But okay, now we got her, so hopefully they won't disappoint us in the next episode.
Right. Jay, what are your thoughts on Adrian proposing to Chanel?
Oh, now you want to sound? Get the sound effects for him.
Oh, now okay. Now he wants
Yeah, no. Like he has nothing now. Now you want to propose? Like get up out of here, dog. Like you ain't up but trouble, bro. Like like he's just corny to me. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Badrian. Get up out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Like is she really? And she thinking about it too. That's the part that I'm like, you thinking about it? Like this dude, like basically betrayed you and tricked you and did all the stuff just to get the money out of this account. Like he played you. Like, come on, man. You can't even consider this, Chanel. Don't even consider
it was
this.
part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm here. Like, nah. No.
Yeah, exactly. Inga. You know what I'm saying? Badrian. That's Barry from the Oval, so we call him Badrian. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Oh, live a lip.
He lame. Like he real lame.
Beyond lame.
For real.
I was looking at him too, like, what do you have at this point?
Right.
It's mighty convenient to come and propose to somebody now. Oh my God.
He had to cut a deal for doing community service or something he had to do.
Oh yeah.
Of his involvement. So it's like y'all gonna be two broken people.
They gonna
and did it sound to you as if he wanted to blame her? I had to do this. I'm like, you ain't had to do shit because you ain't had to be up. You ain't had to do none of the stuff you did, sir. You played football. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Like people with money do the stupidest stuff, yo. Like that was dumb. And it sounded like he wanted to blame Chanel. Like, well, I could be. Oh my bad, I'm sorry. Shut up, live a lip.
Right. Chanel, don't fall for it, Nene. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. You're gonna be right in another situation similar to the one.
Right.
Plus non-romantic proposals ain't never hit. That is not it. Like I used to watch Fraternity Court, and people would propose in Fraternity Court. No. After you was just accusing me of being with somebody else, absolutely not. Like there's nothing romantic about this behind the glass.
No,
like, you ain't even showed a glimpse of a ring, let alone be able to put it on her finger. That's just crazy. Absolutely not.
And on top of that, what are you doing to really help her get out? You ain't doing nothing. This is all self-serving right here. It's very self-serving.
He took a deal. He just told her he took a deal.
Yeah.
Behind the glass.
And that didn't help her. So why should I marry you? You ain't even helping me. Like, how can you help me? Get up out of here.
She ain't even offered a deal yet. Like, no, sir, go get off my phone.
Right.
Hung up on him.
Hey, real quick, I know you.
Hung up.
I'm sorry. Real quick, I know you about to end this because you about to get to Sally, but Did we want to discuss what happened to her jailmate? Because when she came back from court, her jailmate was gone.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to her. I'm just putting it out there real quick. Did
I
she
think
like
she took herself out,
She
but it
took
was
herself
blood.
out.
So what did she
It was
do?
blood. Maybe
She
her
took herself
wrist.
out.
Maybe the wrist.
did she get janked? I mean
Okay.
shanked or her
No,
wrist?
She took herself out.
It was
She took herself
suicide.
out, Jay.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Because they have kept pushing her court date back or something.
Okay. So
Something with her court date, and
dang.
she, yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Barbara. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah. That's
Okay, and so we get where Chanel is. I think she's laying down in her cell, and then she gets this revelation when she needs to make a phone call. She's like, "Hey, I need to make a call." I say, "Dang, that's what we say." Hey, not hello.
She big dog in there
Hi.
now.
right. It's gonna look like, yo.
Hey,
Big
I
dog
need to
Give me a
make a
status.
steak.
call.
Give me a steak. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And I want the
Word.
sauteed mushrooms too,
Right.
and onions. So she calls Sally and tells Sally we need to come clean or we need to talk. Oh no, we need to tell it. Somebody tell me what she said. Letitia, go ahead.
She said, I think we need to tell the truth about what happened or whatever. But I didn't like Sally's response. Her response was, okay, let's meet up. Don't tell nobody. Girl, you scheming. You sound crazy. I don't trust her. It sounds to me like she doesn't want to reveal whatever the truth is. But in seeing her on the stand, I might have to backtrack because I think she did it, but I might have to backtrack on whether or not I actually think she did it. But when we get to Sally, I'll talk about it.
Go ahead. We almost finished. So go ahead and talk about Sally.
Okay, well, when she was on the stand,
Yeah, she took the stand.
so one of the things I hate that she was cool up until the end like that. But anyway, I liked how she was talking about the plan, to escape and all that sort of thing. But one thing I thought when she said, "Yeah, I even helped her." What did you help her do on the list? I helped her do this, including get therapy for her and Jordan. And I was like, why did Jordan need therapy? Is it possible that the baby helped save her?
I've been saying that.
It's the baby.
I've been saying that.
Her baby Jordan.
It's the baby. To hit that man like that, that sounded like a gunshot. I'm sorry, a pow pow.
No,
That
he
sounds
was
like a wrong.
bludgeoned. I think he was bludgeoned though.
I think he was bludgeoned
The
too.
hit sounded like somebody with some strength, like an older person. How old is that? Is Jordan?
That's a little girl.
I want to say 10.
She about 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
The oldest child. Now the one by Candy is older.
Yeah,
she has a child, but that was, I thought it was a little kid, like maybe 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute, which one? Because that's the one I'm thinking that could have pulled it off.
The oldest one?
Candy child.
Yeah, the oldest one is Natasha, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
I mean, but if you swinging a heavy ass statue, it don't matter. Like if you swing it the right way on somebody's head, yeah, you gonna unalive them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old you are. You hit them the right way. You know,
because he didn't expire right away.
Right.
So,
it took a minute,
was
right?
leaking
So it didn't
for a
really.
while.
It just punctured. It just
I
punctured him.
don't think it happened in one swing. She could have
Right.
kept swinging.
Ooh, she kept
Swung one time, make him drop to his
And it
knees.
could have been
hit
swinging
again.
her.
Wow.
Like the
Yeah.
heaviness of the object, like she could have lifted up and it could have did the rest of the work.
Listen, if you hit somebody with the edge of something like a marble trophy or statue, all you got to do is hit them one time in the right spot.
Yeah, in the right spot. Yeah.
In the right spot in the back of your head, you gonna bleed out. Like I'm
Not wait to get. I am so ready to get to. I'm so ready to get to this. I need them to leak the episode.
Well, after this is 201. After this is 201. It's 2, right?
We have 2 more. They got 10 episodes.
Yeah, I'm glad it's 10. I'm glad it's 10. Oh my God. It's gonna be crazy.
It's getting worse. Oh God. I can't. The anticipation. Ooh.
And the way Sally said on that stand, I'm glad that he was unalive or something.
She
I was
messed
like,
up. She messed
I
up.
was
with
like,
that one.
yo.
Right.
I
Yeah.
That
would've
was
did
one
it
of them
myself.
moments where you can't do nothing but I rest my case, Your Honor. There you
Just
have
know
it.
what he did,
Alright.
right? He's like, all right, that's it. That's it. I'm
Turn
done.
the
That's
lights out.
it.
Right,
It's time to
Aries?
go.
Yeah. It's like,
I rest my case.
I'm not gonna ask her nothing else. She gonna blow it for Chanel because she gonna say something crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Blow
Let
the
me
whole
sit my
case.
ass down because she about to run out.
Right. Right. You
Let
saw
me
that
stop
she was
asking questions.
holding their head in their hand, like, oh God.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The jury was like, ooh.
Mhm.
They
There
gonna be
was
like,
like
you
no
did it.
taking.
Right. They gonna be like, you
Yeah.
did it. You the murderer, lady.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Well, all righty. That is the end of our recap review conversation. Monique 69 Ways Johnson, what you got going on your channel, hun?
Ooh, I know Tuesday, well, tomorrow I'll probably be on it with Jay talking about Power, Coach Book 2, those plot holes that was left open. And also Tuesday, me and Inga, aka Ginger Snaps, gonna be doing Fight Night. The next episode of Fight Night, the last episode of Fight Night, we're gonna recap that. And I'm dropping Zatima episode 1 and 2. And I think that's about it for now. So just make sure you subscribe and keep your notifications on. Thank you.
Are you at 3K yet? Let me leave you alone.
That's what it looks like. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't be keeping up with the numbers.
Okay. Hey, I understand. All righty.
I just put my
And
stuff out and keep pushing.
I'm gonna get Letitia last. Aries, what you got going on?
All right, party people. So y'all, I have my Found is back. Yes, shout out to everybody that enjoys that series. That's really kind of when I met Candy and the gang, y'all, around this same time last year when Found was in his first season. So I'm definitely gonna be recapping that. Matter of fact, me and Candy and maybe some others is gonna join us for a recap or just a chit chat about the first episode of season 2. So make sure that y'all tap it into that as well as Reasonable Doubt. These are the two shows that I'm feeling. So just stay tuned, stay tapped into the red phone, baby.
Not the red phone, baby. Letitia, what you got going on, darling? Are we brewing anything yet?
Well, I appreciate y'all always encouraging me. I do need to get some more content up there. I'm thinking about doing RHOP. And then also, I like to talk about Black sitcoms, but from our adult perspective and sprinkle a little nostalgia in there with a lot of laughter. But I got some, some thoughts. So I'm thinking about doing some of those on the channel. So feel free to join the crew. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate always being able to be here.
Thank you. I would love to hear your perspective on, our sitcoms.
Yes, ma'am. Let me just give you one clue. Whitley settled. Period.
Uh-oh. You going to Hillman? Are we going to Hillman?
We gotta talk about
Are we going to Hillman College?
Girl.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
wow.
All right. You got everybody, you done pick somebody's curiosity, child, okay?
Look at Inga. Oh my God.
Definitely me. Dang, Inga.
Inga is a thug, yo.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
throwing
I be
everybody in the
like,
fire. You throwing
right,
everybody in the fire. You
right.
throwing babies in the fire.
Anybody can
Right.
get it.
Anybody can get it. Inga don't
Jose
care.
going to the incinerator.
That baby got 2 black parents, and his name is Jose. All right.
Because the mama
Right.
named Honey.
Oh yeah.
Homie
Lord
Jose.
have mercy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, vacate JTV. Oh
Yeah, you know.
God.
That's right. Hey, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure, ladies. As Monique 69 Ways mentioned, definitely come through tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about the plot holes. Power never ends. We're gonna be talking about the plot holes, all the plot holes they left out in that season finale that we like, what the hell's going on? So come through with that and bring your plot holes and story holes. We're going to talk about that. And then look out for what might happen. What will happen if Tariq does go and connect with Tommy? So I'm probably either going to do a live or video on that. But power never ends, family. And definitely, I'm going to need y'all to do me a favor. Definitely go to my community tab. Shout out to Asokwe Vasquez. He's a writer for Tyler Perry's Ruthless, but also for the show Bosch Legacy. And they're trying to save Bosch Legacy, have it come back, finish the show out. So, you know, he's one of the writers on that show. So go to my community tab, definitely sign a petition. They need, you know, more signatures so we can save the show and my man can keep writing and keep, you know, taking care of his son and taking care of his family and everything else like that. So look at my community tab for that and sign a petition. I appreciate it. Definitely hit that like button, keep your notifications on, and hit that subscribe button, family. We appreciate you. Thank you.
That is far too kind. Thank you, Jay. We would definitely reach out and help out Big O. He's a cool dude. You know,
Yes.
He's one of the Ruthless writers for the Ruthless television show on BET Plus, and
he's a member of the Ruthless Roundtable now, officially. Yep.
Yes, he is. So what I got coming up at 9:45, Aries, Lawrence Report, and who else? Oh God, what's the girl name? Miss Kira. I'm sorry, Miss Kira. I love you. And Miss Kira will be doing Found Season 2, Episode 1. We're gonna have a conversation about that. On Wednesday, EJ and I will be doing Queen's Court, which is on Peacock. It's a reality TV love thingy. We're doing that. And Thursday, I'll be joining EJ and Tamika with Zatima. And then I'll be doing it back again next Sunday, you know, all over again. So I am starting to get busy, you know, with the things that interest me a whole lot. So yeah, just you know, stay tuned. I'll be back in a flash. If nothing else, I'm gonna leave you all with this. I'm sorry, little parting words. Anybody else got anything before we depart?
I thought those were the parting words. I would rip you a new one. Try that. I thought
Take
those
me to
were.
court, Lewis. What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis? If you come get Leah right now, where she gonna go, Lewis? Who house she gonna be by, Lewis? Where's her room, Lewis? Who car are you gonna